Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second round of the Farmers Cup, which is actually a group stage. And now this is the Group B, so not the losers bracket as it has been misnamed, but rather it's just the Group B. Yes, the losers of the first round went to that group, but that doesn't mean that it's a losers bracket. And in this group, we of course have Lily Vanilli, as always, here in the pink, and we also have the AI. Now the AI, of course, always taking different names and random civilizations, and the difficulty is actually hard. So let's see what Lily Vanilli can do against the AI. Of course, she is probably the least experienced player in this entire tournament, but I think she can still get away with a win or two against the AI, especially on this map, which is a Nomad. And Lily, I think, has played most of her matches in Age of Empires on this very map, and she has very little experience on basically any other map. Although I have to say, we actually started playing on Arabia back in the days in the Voobly, on Voobly. But yeah, nowadays it's mostly Nomad, and that's where we are. So Lily Vanilli has the Byzantines. She was quite lucky that she was able to pick the Byzantines. And as typical Nomad, she builds her town center, and she also builds a dock here, and that's where you can see that she's quite experienced on this map. She knows that she needs to put the dock down, get the villager on shore, shorefish here, and that's very nicely done. The dock is also pretty decent, I would say, because there's a lot of fish up here. It could have been placed maybe on this tile. However, in the beginning, it's all about scouting and where you start, and depending on where you start, it's sometimes it's even better just plonk it down right away and forget about it. Now let's see what the AI is doing. So the AI, of course, does not drop a dock, and I think that's a major advantage here for human players who are able to get the dock down nice and early and basically get an economy advantage in the early game right that way. But the AI, however, does know that that it needs to scout a little bit. I think that's what this villager is doing, going out here. Oh no, it's actually building a mill in the middle of nowhere. Oh, never mind. So AI not great on Nomad. There is no food around, and so this can only be described as a farming mill, which is basically never what you want to do. The AI is luring a boar, and quite nicely so, actually, saving this villager from being picked off. So AI has the basics down, but not very good on Nomad in terms of build order. Lily Vanilli, on the other hand, has some nice Ibex around, can take the Ibex, maybe should put a few more on food. However, it's probably fine, because this way she can also produce more fishing ships. Now, unfortunately, she's getting housed, but the next house is already on the way, so only a little bit of idle time. So very nicely done there from Lily Vanilli. And yeah, let's see what kind of strategy we'll go for. I think she will basically create 4 or 5 fishing ships, and that's gonna be enough for her. Then she will go to Feudal Age, and maybe she will do some early Feudal Age aggression, which is quite good against the AI, because AI does not like early aggression. It usually doesn't know what to do, especially on the lower difficulties. It's quite it fumbles and stumbles around. AI bringing in the second boar, so I think in that regard actually the AI is ahead. And if we go to the villager numbers, then okay, no, Lily Vanilli is still ahead because of the fishing ships, but in terms of villagers, actually the AI probably has one more, and that is probably because Lily Vanilli has very few on food. So I think she should really not take from 2 Ibex at the same time, because that just means that food is rotting away, but rather focus on 1 Ibex and maybe have 1 or 2 more people, 1 or 2 more villagers on the Ibex to get more food in, and also try to scout for boars. I think she has a little bit of an unfortunate position here, maybe, because this boar is quite far away. This one is quite far away as well. But she's doing the best she can, which is taking another Ibex here with a single villager. I think she just needs a few more on food here. Instead of having 3 villagers on 3 different Ibex, just do a little bit more of a concerted effort. That makes it also easier in in the later stages of the game to manage these villagers if they're not spread out like this. But nevertheless, pretty good. She is still 2 villages ahead, so that just shows you what this early water gives you. You just get these 3 fishing ships out, and even if you have less villagers than your opponent, you're still ahead in economy just because you have these fishing ships. And so that's very, very nice, and that's why on Nomad, you even if you're not the best player, you still want to go for that water play in the early stages of the game, because it just gives you so much. And of course, fishing ships are gonna get less efficient over time because they have to travel further. And let's see if Lily Vanilli thinks about redocking at some point. Maybe she will redock over here to get more value out of the fishing ships, but so far the approach certainly has paid off. Now the AI, on the other hand, now has to resort to early farms already. The AI has eaten 2 boars, but now AI is kind of struggling now, going for some long distance hunting here on the Ibex, whereas Lily Vanilli now has this nice setup here with the mill, still has some Ibex food left over here, now can soon get this boar. I think one thing that Lily Vanilli can work on a little bit is not getting housed. However, that's just very common, like it happens to all of us. You're doing so many things and it's like, oh, okay, I'm getting housed. And then you rush up a house with 10 villagers. But that's all fine. I think that just lets her food climb up. I think here this lure could be a little bit better. But at least she doesn't lose the villager. So that is all fine. Not very efficient, this basically taking off the boar. But overall, it's still better than what the AI has to do. At least in the short term. So the AI has to plonk down a lot of Dark Age farms. And the Dark Age farms, okay, usually they don't have that much food on it, but I think the AI might have already researched horse collar, which I don't know if we can see that. You can probably see it in the tech tree. Yes, the AI actually has researched horse collar, which is unique to the Burgundians. So the farms are actually not that bad. So yeah, the AI actually recognizes that and goes for some early farms. So nicely done there. Still Lily Vanilli ahead in villagers, and so that means just more resources are coming in all the time from these fishing ships. And the only thing that Lily Vanilli needs to make sure is that she's not getting too far behind in terms of going up to the next age. Now Lily also going for a single farm, which is fine in Dark Age. You just don't want to overcommit with those farm upgrades. And there it is, Feudal Age on the way for Lily Vanilli, and immediately the barracks is being dropped. So she wants to go aggressive. So that's actually not a bad build, or going up, dropping the barracks, and at a very good time. So once the barracks should complete once Feudal Age is in, and then you can immediately drop the archery range or the stable or whatever you want to go for. So actually nicely done there. Also, she has enough wood to drop stable archery range. If she wants to go for archers, of course she should go to gold, or should already be on gold, basically. Now this I don't like so much. That's a typical noob mistake. Trying to place the farms around the mill. Just place them around the town center. It doesn't. This is much less safe than around the town center, where you can garrison your villagers. But I think if you go for early aggression, actually make it happen, make the aggression happen, then it's fine. And now you can see this problem with the fishing ships. So now they have to travel a little bit further. I think those 2 fish are still fine. But in the midterm, Lily should maybe think about getting another dock up at some point. Now also going for stone, being terribly housed, which gives, of course, the AI some time to catch up in terms of population. But the AI is only going up now, so if Lily decides to build a few houses, then it should be totally fine for her. Now, I thought that she would be dropping a archery range or stable right away, but she didn't. I guess she's just occupied somewhere else. Now there it is. Let's switch over to her point of view. There's the archery range. Typically, you don't go on archers with Byzantines. Now dropping a tower, and look at this reaction by the AI. So this just shows you that the AI does not like early aggression. And of course, this tower will be denied. But look at the idle time. I mean, this is like the entire economy idle for, I mean, half a minute. It's only half a minute, but it's the entire economy. And that's quite a lot of resources wasted. However, the only thing that Lily Vanilli didn't do, probably because she didn't remember the hotkey, is to delete the tower before it's being destroyed, because then you get the resources back, or part of the resources back. Now here we see the signature move of Lily Vanilli, which is the Stäbleman, the Spearman. She will always make those. It's just her favorite unit in any game, really. And so they don't do anything right now, but they are a good hedge against scouts. So if the AI, who is now in the feudal age, could drop now a stable, which the AI doesn't do, but if the AI would drop a stable, then those spearmen would already be ready. Now Lily, with the first archer out, attacking the lumber camp, denying the lumber camp here from the AI. Again, being housed, and the AI is scared. The AI actually has to drop a watchtower here on the gold, which is actually a smart move. I do like it. I think that's something that some of the players can actually look at. Maybe the placement is not perfect, but you look at the area denial of this tower, so any aggression with archers is really difficult. However, I have to mention that on Nomad usually it's the best strategy is going for a fast castle, and then tower doesn't help too much against knights. But look at this very nice archer aggression here by Lily Vanilli, denying the woodline, denying the farms, pestering the villagers. Yes, no villager has been killed so far, but look at the villagers. They need to run. They don't work. If the villagers run, they don't bring in resources, and so that's always, even if you don't kill a villager, that's always something that's very good. Now Lily just needs to make sure that she doesn't run into the town center or into the tower, but she can actually sit here underneath the tower, because the towers cannot attack directly here unless you have murder holes, which you can research in university. And Lily Vanilli is actually nodding. It's the first time she heard that. Yes, but still very good. I think might have been worth it to sit there, but I think it's also good to just sit here and deny this house being built, pester the villagers, put some damage on them. If you want to kill villagers, I think you need fletching, although one villager already goes down. If you look at the vill count, Lily Vanilli at 40 against 33, and it's just this early advantage, well, which has now run out. So it's actually not 41, it's actually even vill count. But still, they have brought in so much that it still is an economy advantage. Lily Vanilli now on the way to the castle age. We look at the AI, but the AI is already on the way to castle age. And that's what I said. This map is a fast castle type of map. You typically skip feudal age and go directly to the castle age, but I think Lily Vanilli is not far behind, and she already has some army out, some Stäble plus archers who now do have fletching, which is very good. So that gives them +1 range, which is very valuable, and +1 attack. So 5 attack against the 2 pierce armor means 3 damage per shot on a villager against 2 without fletching. And now the AI is bugging out because they see that Lily Vanilli is building a stable here. If you put some dots over here, it would be Stäble. So maybe that's why Lily likes to build a stable, because it's almost like Stäble. And so the AI wants to attack it, but then the army of Lily Vanilli is coming. Very nicely done, flanking around. And this villager will dance to its death. And now this forager here being in peril, being pestered and attacked by this force here. And very nice aggression by Lily Vanilli, moving here, denying resources, still denying resources. Now she just needs to make sure that these archers don't run in there. And but now we have the problem. Oh, look at this. The entire economy basically is idle of the AI. You see this flickering. Oh my god, what is the AI doing? It's confused. It doesn't know what to do. Okay, now finally it has decided what it wants to do. But now it gets scary for Lily Vanilli, because Castle Age is in for the AI. The AI is going for Cavalier and is now actually creating Cavalier. And look at this. This puny army. I don't think it stands a chance against Cavalier. Which you will see here. So there's a Cavalier here, and the Cavalier can easily clean this up, but I think the damage might have already been done by Lily Vanilli. We're 10 villagers ahead, although yes, the fishing ships I think are working again, so even if there inefficient, they will bring in resources over time. And yeah, more villagers are being pestered. This tower is getting better down, but that just gives Lili Vanilli opportunity to kill more villagers. And so it's worth it to lose the tower if you can kill the villagers. I'm not sure. She does not pay attention here. Juicy villager picks. And I think that's because the Cavalier here is able to kill everything basically, because it's a Cavalier in Castle Age. Although Lili's still getting some nice hits in with the Archer. And this army could have killed so many villagers, didn't do it. It's fine. Still, the AI is in shambles. Now the question is, what is the next move of Lili Vanilli, who has also reached Castle Age? Will she go for the Crossbowman upgrade? No, of course. First, she is prioritizing the Stäblemen, the pikemen, which is actually a good idea, which is a great idea because the opponent is going for cavalry, is going for Cavalier, so the Stäblemen are actually good. Now, however, the skirmishes mean that it's not that great to go against the Stäblemen, but it's unupgraded skirmishes, so Stäblemen's still very good. And now you can see that the Stäblemen can kill the Cavalier. Still, Cavalier very strong against pikemen in this situation. But pikemen already having the first defense upgrade, so Lili Vanilli really knowing that she needs the upgrades. It's something that she has been focusing on quite a lot in recent times, to make sure that she gets the upgrades, maybe over focusing on upgrades sometimes. But yeah, she really knows that you need upgrades to be efficient in your armies, and that's what you see here. Skirmisher doesn't have any upgrades and just gets shot down by basic archers who now also have Bodkin Arrow. I think that's one of the first times I've ever seen Bodkin Arrow research from Lili Vanilli, who also now has a knight attacking the siege workshop. The AI is expanding. AI has a second TC, is now building the third TC, but the aggression is just going on, and I think this TC might even be denied here or not. I mean, there's army standing around here. An X, Lili is Xing here, is like, I don't know, tells the AI. Or it was the AI Xing, and now I think this town center could actually still be denied, because there's a knight and there's Stäble standing around, standing by. The Stäble are like, oh, we're just overseeing this. We're not even attacking. We're just we're just watching this knight slaughter the villagers. More villagers of the AI get pulled here. Now crossbowmen in, so you see the upgrades are flying in. We're now 32 to 45 villagers. Lili Vanilli really not producing many villagers anymore, just because she is housed. But still more villagers getting picked off by this knight. Stäblemen still just standing around. And yes, the TC just gets deleted because it is finally denied. And I like this stranglehold. Attacking here on this side, losing a knight, a little bit sloppy, but that's fine. And attacking here, and the Stäblemen, they're just a menace. They're just standing there. They're not even fighting. And still Lili Vanilli is projecting so much power here onto the AI. Another villager gets picked off, another one. And even though the AI is desperately producing from 2 town centers, the villager count is now at 28 against 46, and this looks very, very good. And I think it all comes down to this early advantage with efficient ships, and very nicely done. See this? Lili Vanilli even builds another dock here, and that's something that she really has learned on Nomad, on these many Nomad games, that fish is still important in the mid to late game. And the stranglehold is real. I think we just now need a finishing move, like a siege workshop or a castle drop, because now there's Mangonel here that could be killed, could easily be killed by the Stäblemen. But the Stäblemen are like, no. I think it's up to the crossbowmen to deal with this, but I'm not sure if they will be able to do it. Oh, maybe now the Stäblemen say, okay, now it's time for us to engage here and kill the Mangonel. Very nicely done here. More villagers get slaughtered now. The siege workshop is here. We see a ram, and the ram is coming in. Ram, knights, Stäblemen, and crossbowmen. And I think this is it for the AI. The AI doesn't stand a chance here. So on Nomad at least, Lili Vanilli is well prepared to deal with this AI. Even though a few idols here or there, but overall, the economy, I mean, you could refresh the lumber camp at some point, build a new lumber camp here to make it more efficient. But I think she also got the economy upgrades. Look at this. she has basically all the important economy upgrades, all the economy upgrades in Castle Age, except for Handcart, but that you would only get later on if you have more town centers and more farms. So very nicely done, getting all economy upgrades, even the gold mining upgrade, farm upgrades. So yeah, what else can you want from this player? I'm actually excited to see her go up against maybe Jesse the Emperor or their Vassal. I think that could actually be interesting at this point with this skill level that she brings. I think if she has the confidence, then she can certainly take a game or two of the other players as well. Now what is Lily doing here? She's actually stealing the farms! What a pro move, stealing the farms of the enemy! What the hell is happening here? I didn't know and now she can delete the farms. So that's what people do. They steal the farms, delete them, and deny them from the enemy. But now the battering rams are coming out. I think Mangonel would have been better just to attack the town center. But I think now with 4 battering rams, it's easy to kill this town center off the blue AI player, and the AI still desperately clinging on, building another town center, but now it's 26 to 53 villagers, double the villager count for Lily Vanilli. This siege workshop will get taken out, this town center will get taken out, and I think it's gonna be GG soon for the AI. Now this town center is almost down. Yes, villagers are there. Some of them will get picked off. Maybe, I think what Lily should get in this circumstance with this many archers is ballistics in the university, so she can effectively kill those. If she did not already get those, I'm not sure where this is. No, she did not get ballistics, but that's fine. Still, the villagers fall, and now here this push can continue forward. She realized the town center is down. Now we can go forward here as well, and there it is. The AI says, let's read this. So the stupid peasants are walking on foot instead of riding on ponies, and that's why the AI lost. And what a performance by Lily Vanilli. Very nicely done on Nomad. Just playing her game, playing the standard meta game basically on Nomad. A little bit of early aggression, and then just, yeah, strangle holding the AI and just killing it. So let's see what she can do in the next game.